Asalamualaikum guys, welcome back to my channel. I pray that you are all in the best of health and iman. So in today's video I am sharing with you guys some very simple yet delicious suhoor recipes, so I hope you guys enjoy it. Okay, to begin with, this is my spicy guacamole with egg recipe. Guacamole has fast become one of my favorite breakfast recipes to have, and in order to make this you're going to start off boiling some eggs. I am boiling 2 eggs because I'm making it enough to last me 2 servings, and on top of that you're going to be needing some avocados. I am using 2 avocados, 1 onion, one fresh tomato and half a lime. Okay, as well as that, in order to add some extra flavor into my guacamole, I'm also going to be adding a little bit of salt, the pink Himalayan salt that you guys see there, as well as some chili flakes. Okay, the chili flakes just give it a little bit of a oomph. It's not too spicy, so don't worry, but it does do something to the guacamole, right? So I love that. Okay, so you're going to cut all of your vegetables into half so you can see everything, and then you're going to scoop your avocado out and into a bowl. You want to do this in a wide bowl where you have lots of room and space to kind of mush everything all together. So with my avocado in also goes my chopped onions, followed by my chopped tomatoes, and then I'm going to sprinkle in that half a lime that I had earlier on. And the only cooking you're going to do here is literally mixing all of these ingredients together and just allowing the flavors to marry into one another. Now, the easiest thing you can do for yourself is ensure that you get avocados that are ready to be eaten. Mine's were tiny bit more harder than I would like, but you know, I just went with it. But the softer your avocados, the easier this is going to be for you to do this. So yeah, I'm just giving everything a really good mix. I love any excuse to have avocados, guys. I mean, I just love avocados. Okay, don't have them every day, but when I do have them, I thoroughly enjoy them, and they are really good for you. In contrast to what a lot of people say, avocados are actually filled with healthy fats, and they are really essential, especially for us, you know, young women. We need our hormones to remain in balance, and we need healthy fats to help our hormones stay in balance. So I really love the fact that we can have avocados as a healthier alternative for other types of fats out there. And then that is pretty much it. Now by this point you want to check on your eggs. You want to make sure that they're ready. Take the shells off, let them cool down a little bit, and then you want to slice your eggs and add them in with your guacamole. And you can literally eat it on its own as is, but one of my favorite ways to have my guacamole is as a topping on top of some nice soft brown bread. This is my favorite brown bread, if you don't already know. It is from Iceland, and it's one of those thick ones that come in the brown bags. Oh, I love this bread, it's so nice. But yeah, I love this brown bread. So I just go ahead and spread my guacamole on top of this, and guys, oh, it is so good. So this is my chocolate vanilla chia pudding. As you guys know, I love to have chia pudding. So yeah, over here I've got some organic cacao powder. Cacao powder is natural cocoa powder. For those of you who don't know, cocoa powder doesn't come naturally sweet. So this has the amazing smell of chocolate. It has incredible benefits, health benefits, because of course it's all natural. It's everything chocolatey minus the sugar, and I prefer that, not only for the health benefits but also because then I can control how much sugar I want to have in whatever I use the cacao for. And also I've got over there the chia seeds. You guys know I get this chia seeds from Costco. You're also going to need some vanilla, some milk. Use whichever milk you prefer. I prefer whole milk, and also I'm using some natural yogurt. I like to use my yogurt to thicken everything up. So yeah, that's what that is for. So into your bowl, you're going to add your milk. The yogurt is optional. You don't have to add it in, but I like to add it in. I find that it thickens up my pudding a little bit better than without. So I'm going to throw that in there. And I'm also going to add a capful of the vanilla flavorings in there as well. and then you should end up with something like this. At this point, if you're using cacao and you want to sweeten this pudding, then you can go ahead and add whichever sweetener you like. I'm just adding in some honey, so a tablespoon of honey for me. And then sometimes, like if I make this in the morning during the time of suhoor and I don't have time to wait for it to like thicken up, I just add some extra natural yogurt in there, and then I just eat it as it is. However, if you do leave it overnight, you're going to end up with something like this. Now, this reminds me of tapioca. Do you guys know what tapioca is? I used to love to have that when I was a kid. So yeah, it's very thick, as you guys can see, and this is so filling. I'm not gonna lie, like it's super filling. And sometimes I get bored of just having it like this, so I like to top it up with whatever fruits or nuts I have in the house. On this day I was thinking maybe strawberries, then I was like nah, so I got out my desiccated coconut and also some walnuts. So I decided to top mine off with this. I absolutely love this, guys. If there is any recipe that I'm showing with you guys today that is the most filling, is definitely this one. This is going to keep you full for a very long time. So the next recipe is a great incentive to encourage the kids to wake up and have suhoor with you, just to get them into the mode of Ramadan as well. And here we're having strawberry pancakes. Before we get into this though, I just wanted to say, guys, you know I love the Mufti Menk's lectures, right? And this Ramadan he is doing a series that he's posting every single day, different reminders on the topic of contentment. And so I highly encourage you guys to follow and watch that series that he's doing. I will leave a link to his channel in the description box down below. So that's just what I'm watching there. So to make the pancakes, you're going to need half a cup of rolled oats, 2 eggs, 1 banana, vanilla extracts, as well as cinnamon. You can also skip the vanilla extracts, guys. It's just a nice flavor, you know, added in there, but you don't really need it. You can skip it if you want to. And you can also at this point maybe have honey or sugar, anything that you might want to use to sweeten this, but honestly it's a little bit sweet as it is already, so I'm going without at this point. Now that your pancake mixture is ready, we're going to cook it, and you're going to need to turn your stove to medium low. And into my non-stick pan, I'm adding some coconut oil, and I advise you use a non-stick pan because then it just prevents the pancake from burning. As soon as you've added in your pancake mixture into your pan, you want to add in the pieces of strawberries, okay? I didn't mention this before, but just make sure that you've chopped up your strawberries and they're all ready. So add in those in there, and then what you're looking for is you're looking at the bottom and the sides of your pancake. Once the bottom starts to sizzle and it looks like it's kind of lifting from the pan, that is a good indication to say, okay, it's time for me to flip this. Because it's hard for me to give you a timing because it's all going to depend on the size of the pancake that you're making, okay? So just look for that sizzling at the bottom of the pancake, and then you know that, okay, good time for me to flip this over now. And you flip it over, allow the other side to cook. 2 minutes or so on both sides is a good amount of time, but again, it is going to depend on the size of your pancake and how thick your pancake mixture is. I have chosen to serve my pancakes with some extra strawberries, and now I'm ready to add in my sweetener, which is honey. So I love topping up my pancakes with honey. Just see that golden brown color and the honey in there. Oh, it just looks so good. Last but not least is something light for those of you who cannot be bothered, because there are many people out there who just cannot be bothered to eat suhoor because it's either too early or they're not hungry. Yeah, it's kind of uncomfortable sometimes to eat that early in the morning. So this is my energizing green tea smoothie, and guys, I love this smoothie. I have shared the recipe before. The only difference here is I'm going to be using green tea as my liquid to help blend my smoothie. So of course, you've got ginger over there, we've got some spinach, and we've also got some kale. Okay, that ginger is going to give it that extra kick that is just so nice. All right. So you're going to start off by making your tea, and I'm sure we all know how to make tea. Hot water, tea bag, mix it in, allow it to brew, and then let it cool down. Okay, you want to let it cool down for a little while before you pour it in to your blender and mix it with everything else. But once that tea is nice and cooled, you pour it in, you add all of your other ingredients, and you blend away. Seriously, guys, this green smoothie is super energizing. I sometimes like to have this after I actually break my fast. So sometimes after I've had a few dates to break my fast, I will have this green smoothie just to kind of wake my body up, and I can immediately feel a difference. So I highly recommend this green smoothie. It's not as bad as it looks, guys. It really does taste pretty good. You don't taste any of the greens, literally you don't. So I love this green smoothie right here. And so those guys were the 4 recipes that I wanted to share with you. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, definitely give it a thumbs up. If you guys try any of the recipes that I've shared, let me know what you think of them. Inshallah ta'ala, I will see you all in my next video. Assalamualaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.